I'm going to get right into it today and talk about healthcare in America today. First of all, a lot of these doctors' offices are owned by big corporations. Take, for instance, my primary care doctor. That office, they have several offices. That company owns three or four offices, is ultimately owned by a health insurance company called United Healthcare. Who would have ever thought that healthcare company owns a doctor's office? But it makes sense. They can control the cost more. I've been going to my doctors for quite a while. Get routine blood work done. And I was there not too long ago, and the doctor said blood work's fine, it's normal. He always does. Blood pressure's fine, cholesterol's fine. My bad cholesterol, which was ran on the low side of ran on at the low end of the normal scale for the bad cholesterol. My good cholesterol ran at the very bottom of normal and even one number under. So he gave me pills to help increase my good cholesterol. My bad cholesterol's fine. No other health issues. My beloved dog that I had for almost 14 years got sick. And when she got sick, I started having chest pains. So I contacted my doctor's office. I told him, look, I'm having a pain right under my throat. It wasn't really in my chest. It was at the very top of my chest, right in the middle. It was discomfort. He said, sounds like angina. I'm going to refer you to the cardiologist. Because in my health care plan, I have to have referrals. So they refer me to the cardiologist. About 2 weeks later, I see the cardiologist. And these pains are coming and going. He gave me some nitroglycerin pill tablets. He said, when you have pain, take these, put them under your tongue. He said he's going to do a stress test, order a stress test, and an echo. So I had the stress test. They injected me, and I felt horrible. I didn't have to go on the treadmill or bicycle, what other people do. They injected me, and it made me feel almost sick. They only need it for like a minute, then they give you this real sweet Coke or Diet soda to kind of react what they inject you with. And then about a week or two after that, I had the echo, which is they just take pictures there. That was no big deal. So shortly after there, about 2 weeks after that, I go back to see the cardiologist to see what the reports are. And he said there's a problem. He don't know what it is. They want to do a heart cath on me. So I was going to go to a small hospital. I decided to drive over an hour into the bigger city to the bigger hospital in case there's something that they break loose or something and cause a stroke. Big hospitals more prepared for emergencies like that. But the cardiologist I've been seeing was unable to do the heart cath, so he had his partner do it. In this practice, there's probably about 6 or 7 physicians, cardiologists. Now, I don't know who owns this group. I'm sure they're owned by somebody, maybe another insurance company, who knows, or or a company that just owns doctors' offices, which there are out there. The mom and pop physician's office is done, pretty well gone by. If you're fortunate enough to have one that's solely owned by an individual physician, stay with them. Anyway, I go in the hospital and get it done, and the doctor says, you have a dog, correct? By this time, my beloved pet dog of 14 years had passed away. I adopted another dog, and this dog I adopted, it was nice when I got her, and when I got her home, she showed her true colors and wants to bite everybody. So I have to watch who's around her. He said, well, you need to make arrangements for the dog because I need an operation. I guess he wanted to do the operation the next day, but because I had the dog, I couldn't. And this led to a world of this physician, what I believe had lied on hospital paperwork about this, made arrangements for the dog about a week afterwards, and tried calling his office to make an appointment to go get this done in the hospital. I must have called, I'll bet you, at least 70, 80 times in the week trying to get this set up because I knew how important it was. I could not get nowhere at all, absolutely nowhere at all. So anyway, I made up my mind when I'm ready to have it done, I'm just going to go to the emergency room. And it was nothing but stress when I was trying to get a hold of the doctor's office trying to get this done. So I made up my mind when I'm ready to have this operation, I'm going to go to the emergency room, just tell the ER that I'm having chest pains, and then tell the ER doctor, look, I had a cath done. They wanted to operate right away. I couldn't do it. And here I am. I'm ready for the operation now. And that's where I'm at now. I'm going to be breaking this story up into probably most likely 3 parts because I don't want to go too long with each part. So right now, this is going to conclude this part here. So we went to the cardiologist. We found out I had a problem and needed an operation. Okay. And didn't do it there. Right then, the next day, went home, was discharged from the hospital, went home, make arrangements for the dog, and was unable to get an appointment with the cardiologist's office to have the operation done. Got absolutely nowhere. Left messages for the office manager at the cardiologist's office. No return call. Finally, a week later, I got a hold of the office manager. Said, yeah. I said, pretty upsetting when I call and leave you a voicemail. No call. She says, well, I was out for a couple days. Okay, so she was out. So nobody monitors her calls. She don't call people back. That's pretty sad. People just don't care. As long as they're collecting a paycheck, that's all they care about. And this is the way the healthcare here in America is going. Everybody, they just want a paycheck. They don't care no more. And unfortunately, that's the way America is, and society in the United States is anymore. You go to a store, try and find some help in a store. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if they can help. Most people can't help you. They're dumbed down compared to what it used to be 30, 40, 50 years ago. They're there just to collect a paycheck and go. They don't take pride, ownership in their work. They just there for a paycheck, put their time in, and go. I'm actually glad my time in the United States is coming up on the end soon because it's ridiculous. I mean, nobody wants to die, but I'm just tired of the dumbing down and people not caring and people no respect and all that stuff. But anyway, this will conclude the first part of this 3-part series about my heart bypass. I don't want it to go. And with all that said, this will conclude this first part of my medical issues here, problems with healthcare here in the United States. If you have any comments, concerns, whether you like it, dislike it, put your thoughts down below